Making money in RuneScape back in the day was very different to making money today. All I would do now is go and kill a boss, maybe do some clue scrolls if I was that way inclined. I'm not, but maybe that's what you would do. However, back in the day, you didn't really have many bosses. You had one, which we're going to talk about in this video, but a lot of the times you would probably have found me right here doing exactly this, just spinning flax into bowstrings to make as much money as I possibly could, because one flax is 89 coins and a bowstring is 983. So are these methods that we used to do back in the day, the nostalgic things that we spent our hours doing to make maybe a few 100,000 coins here and there, they're still worth doing today? Well, in this video we're going to take a look at some of those things that I used to do, and I know a lot of you guys used to do as well, and see what values they offer today, because you never know, we could run into a gold mine. So let's take a look at this. The first one is spinning flax, which we are already doing here. I'm going to do this for the next 10 minutes, then multiply whatever I can make by 6, and we're going to do that with all of the other methods as well, because I can't imagine these are all that too good. Now, I brought myself a yak full of flax here thinking I was smart, but these don't stack, so that was a waste of time. We are now going to go up the staircase, bank in the bank here, and completely get rid of this stupid yak, and I'll do this in the next 10 minutes, and then we'll see how much we actually made in that time. Alright, we have 1 minute left, and we can probably do half an inventory, maybe. Let's see, hopefully we can. Now, I'll tell you what, the surges make a little bit of difference here than it used to. Obviously, it used to be a bit different. We would just walk down here, and spin the things, and run back up there, and you had to run the whole way. You had to, oh my god, you had to run the whole way. But I used to spend hours here, bro, like just hours and hours and hours, and all I would do is log in, spin this, and that was it. These are hours well spent, in my opinion. This has no requirements at all, and is completely like full profit. Like, obviously you're gonna have some cost. It's 89 coins per flax, but considering you're like going way higher in terms of profit, it's not a big deal. The XP, not great, but for a free-to-play player, I actually do think that this may be the best free-to-play moneymaker as of right now. So we'll see. I think, is that it? We're done? Yeah, we're done. Perfect. That actually lined up absolutely perfectly. So we managed to spin in that whole time 280 bowstring. So we'll work out the cost of 280 flax as well. In fact, let's do that. We'll just take 280 out of here. These buy for G price anyway. So, oops, we need to note those. That was 28, man. Come on. 280. I think my 280. We did it. This only took four attempts, bro. Okay, so this was, it cost us 24,900. Let's go sell the bowstrings. I don't know if these sell for G price or not. 980 seems very expensive to me for a bowstring, but no, they're not selling. They're not selling. Oh no. What about this? No. Let me buy one and see how much this buys for. It buys for 780. Let's leave them and check on them at the end of the video, see if they actually sell. But 200k. Now, we know that we can sell them for 780. They will sell. Hopefully by the end of the video they'll be gone. But 200k made in 10 minutes. That's still 1.2 mil an hour, which isn't too bad actually. It's just under because of your cost, obviously, but very like just under. So like 1.15 mil an hour for spinning flax. As a free-to-play player, it's not too shabby. So moving on, we are going to be heading to the Edgeville dungeon. Now down here we have druids, and the druids drop herbs. This is the moneymaker I did a crap ton when I first became a member. After the years of playing as a free-to-play player, I finally convinced my mum to let me buy membership by dialing to Jagex over the phone, which was pretty interesting. And then we got our code, kept becoming a member, and after messing around with just looking at items that I could have got for the longest time, I found out you could in fact kill these druids down here in the wilderness. But it was okay, like nobody really cared. Actually, was this the wilderness back then? Did I used to do this in the wilderness? I don't remember if I did. Was this always the wilderness? You guys are gonna have to let me know. I don't remember if this was. But I used to kill these chaos druids down here, and we're gonna use necromancy for it this time. And the time is, we got 10 minutes starting now. And I used to pick up the herbs. And the herbs, you would get the ranars and stuff. It was worth quite a lot. But we're gonna collect up all the herbs with area loot after the next 10 minutes and sell them off. And you used to get a ton of money. So let's spend the next 10 minutes doing this and see how much we actually get, because this was my go-to, man. I was excited to come back into this one, but I genuinely can't remember if this was in the wilderness here or not. Always, maybe they changed it. If any of you do remember, do tell me, because I don't know. Okay, and this is the last couple of kills before we are done with this. We got a couple more herbs there. Now, I actually just learned. I didn't realize there was so many different herbs here, bro. Look how many there is. I've noted them all up. We'll note these as well, just to be consistent. And there's actually loads of different, like, I knew there was a lot, but I didn't know there was this many, which is interesting. And we have all the different runes as well, and we picked up some of this stuff. So that's pretty much it. Now, you could kill these with, like, pretty easy gear. You bring some regular metal melee gear, right? You don't have to worry too much about costs. There's not gonna be need for any food. They have 1,150 health. You're gonna kill them very easily. So I completely forgot about the bowstrings, but they did sell here, and I found it during editing, which is good. And they have sold. They've all gone. Sell all this. We're gonna in-sell all of it off and see how much we made in the 10 minutes. If it's 200k, you know what? Another 1.2 mil an hour. It's not too bad. Like, really, for a low level thing that you can just easily do, it's not too shocking, actually. A little bit of salvage, that's not gonna go, but 193k for 10 minutes work. So at the end of it, we basically come back to 1.15 mil again. It seems that's gonna be our magic number for this, apparently. Flax is AFK. This is not AFK. A little bit of combat XP, I guess you could do it for that, like training and stuff, but otherwise probably stick to flax. Now for this next one, we're going to be a little bit authentic. Don't worry about this lodestone. We're not going to use a lodestone for it, because to get to Karamja back in the day, we would have had to come here and actually travel with one of these guys. So we would sail to Karamja. You guys guess what we're going to be doing? Some of you are going to think, picking bananas. No, we're not picking bananas. We are going to skip the cutscene. We are going to be fishing lobsters. Now, fishing lobsters, come on. Everybody fished lobsters. Now, normally you would have to have had a lobster cage with you, a lobster pot or whatever, but you don't need that anymore. Now, I think they're just down here, right? Over on this little thing. Now, this used to be riddled with bots, and I bet in old school RuneScape, probably still like riddled with bots, right? Now, we have a cage on here. Now, what you can do, I've not done this since achievements came out, apparently, but what you can do once you've fished up a full inventory of lobsters is you can run to somebody, assuming they're still there, and I can remember where to go, down this way, and note your lobsters up. So all you'd have to do, fish a full inventory of lobsters, go and get them noted up, and come back and fish again. And that is what we're going to do. So the time of 10 minutes has started already. We have 10 minutes to fish as many lobsters as possible, and then see how much we can profit from doing that. Okay, we're just waiting for our last lobster, and then we need to run down south and see if we can find this guy. Let's see. He's got us. Can't see them taking it out of the game. Surely not. So we're gonna run this way. Apparently the pathing is there. Now we have surge and bladed dive this time, whereas we never used to have this. So that kind of helps a little bit, I guess. And by the fishing crates, maybe is where he's gonna be. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. So he does still do it. We actually don't have that long left. I think this is going to be a very, very disappointing one. I'll be back when we're done. Okay, so I'm just on my way back from my last trip. We have 76 raw lobsters so far. I've got about 15 seconds left, so we're going to quickly get a couple more, and then we'll go sell these off. Like, I mean, I missed like a few slots because of these things that you wouldn't have got back in the day, but it's not going to make a big difference. This one's not looking good. I can tell you, the spot changed. We're not getting another fish. Right. Raw lobsters. I used to fish these for ages. Are they still any good? Are they still any good? Come on. No, they're not. They're not any good anymore. 23.5k? Damn. Doing this for 60 minutes, you're looking at like 140k an hour. It's not good. Wouldn't recommend it. Don't do lobsters. Now, the next thing that I used to spend absolutely hours doing was actually mining ore in the Varrock camp, which a lot of people would have done. And then also turning the iron ore into iron bars. Now, I would just mine iron, nothing else. These used to be iron, right? Am I wrong? Did these not used to be iron? And then this would be tin and copper. I was doubting myself now. No, these were definitely iron. Because this and this, yeah, these were mineable. Okay, they're not anymore. So let's go and find an iron rock, and we will do it there instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine it here, somewhere, wherever it is, and then take it to the bank. Because that's probably about the same distance as it would have been from mining it in Varrock and running it to the bank there. So there's some iron here, there we go. So we're going to mine as much iron as we can, run it to the bank, and then run back. So we're going to do 5 minutes of this, and then we'll go smelt it all into iron bars and see how much we profit. Let's go and sell these off and see how much money we make from them. And that was like just under 10 minutes of work. So, hey, that's not too bad. 124k, and we still had time left for sure. Like we definitely still had time left. So 124k, it took us probably like, I want to say it took us like 7 minutes to do the whole thing. So we definitely could have done more. So instead of timesing it by 6, I times it by 8 because we could have done a little bit more. And it actually works out to be around about 1 million GP on the dot. So mining iron and smelting them into bars and selling them is pretty good GP. And you're going to get some XP. So for you lower levels, maybe this could be something you can do. 1 million GP, full profit because you mine the ores completely from scratch. You smelt the ores that you mined, and then you make 1 mil in an hour. It's not bad for a low level player, to be fair, or a freeze play, because iron's free to play as well. Next up is something that I'm convinced everybody definitely had to have done at some point in their life. They had to have. There's no way you didn't. And that is going to be when we head over to this area over here, killing hill giants. Hill giants were a really good way to make money and a good way to train your combat back in the day because they would give you the big bones. Big bones were pretty good money. Like I used to do this a lot. And if you wanted to train your combat up, you might as well kill hill giants while you're like in the lower levels before you could do like moss giants and that sort of stuff, because it was going to give you good money. Now you would need a key for this. I think it was a brass key, which we now have a key ring, so we don't need to worry about it. And we can just kill the hill giants in here. This used to be ram-packed. You would be lucky if you could get 2. I used to camp in a corner. I think this area has maybe changed slightly, or maybe it was here. Used to camp with like a crossbow, the bone crossbow, and just shoot them over the rocks so they couldn't get you. But of course we have necromancy now, and we're just going to kill these off for the next 10 minutes, collect up all the bones, and go from there. Okay, we're done with the hill giants as well for the last 10 minutes, and we actually gathered a lot of stuff. I forgot, but I started remembering pretty quickly. You actually do pick up quite a lot of stuff here, mostly big bones, right? Like we have 84 big bones, but it was always a treat to get a lintwork root as well, because these were pretty expensive and more expensive than big bones back in the day. So we got those. I picked up the seeds and stuff too because they would have stacked, but we're not going to worry too much. We're just going to get the herbs out here, and we'll sell those off. And I don't think these have any value whatsoever, right? Oh, they do. I will sell them then. Okay, we'll sell them. Javelins and stuff, and then the arrows as well, and all this sort of stuff we will sell too. We'll sell it all. We'll sell it all. But that's it. Okay, so sold it all off. 67k from 10 minutes of killing the hill giants. So 400,000 coins isn't all that bad. Like it's not good, but it's training combat, I guess. It's definitely the hill giants. They're definitely not really worth your time anymore. Now, the last thing that I used to do all the time, which is going to be very, very, very different to how it is today, we're going to need a super anti-fire for. Now, the reason being is the only real PVM that was around when I started like really playing RuneScape, like playing it correctly, not just running around wondering how people got money, was the King Blood Dragon. So we're going to do the King Blood Dragon for 10 minutes as well. Of course, we're going to blow him up in this gear. However, we're going to do as many kills as we can in the next 10 minutes. I probably should have brought notepaper. If so, I will go get it. But 10 minutes, starting from the first spawn. You know what, actually? I used to do this all the time. All the time. Like, I would go to school, come home, do KBD for as long as I could before having to go to bed with my friend and myself. And it was just a great time. It was just a great time. So fastest spawn, one person, 50k. We press rejoin. Don't have to pay the 50k again, actually, because we already had the free instance. I used my free instance on a 50k thing. Cool. And yeah, so KBD was super fun. I've only ever had one visage from here. That's what we used to hunt for. So the visage was super like rare back then and mega expensive for the GP that I had. So anti-fire. Ooh, that's close. Right, so we're back in 10, and we'll see how much we get. It's just be interesting. This will be the most interesting one in my opinion, for sure. Okay, so this is going to be our last kill. Let's see if we can make it a quick one. Oops. Oh, I screwed this up. It's okay. I was trying to make it a quicker one. We had a faster one before of like, where was it at? 4.8 seconds, which I think you can get a lot quicker. You can get a lot quicker, right? It's 4 seconds, but you can get quicker for sure. But I was hoping I would be ready for it spawning, and then we weren't. But that's fine. Okay, so 10 minutes of KBD, very different to how it used to be. So we have no money in our coin pouch, so all of it will go in there. Let's sell all of this off and see how much we made. 244k. All right, okay. Sell this off. We still got 68 blood runes to sell as well, which is another 38k. And we also got some silver stone spirits. I don't think they're going to be worth anything. 17k. That's actually not too bad. Hey, is this our best one? Ooh, it might be. KBD coming in at the highest, maybe. I mean, this is killing him really, really quickly. But 315k just from 10 minutes, which is pretty good because now that means that we made 1.89 million GP, nearly 1.9 mil. Now, I had a ton of gear. We blew them up very quickly, and also super anti-fire, prayer potions, vulnerability, but whatever I used, right? So the profit of this probably, you're gonna probably be bringing it back down to compete probably with flax though. So even for free to play, because the King of Dragons free to play now, I think I'll put it on screen to confirm whether that's true or not. But at least you could do KBD as a free to play player for some money for a change if you wanted to. But this is what I used to do back in the day to make money all day every day. It was pretty slow, but back then this was good money. Whereas now, obviously, we have bosses that offer 100 million GP, more even sometimes. So I thought it would be cool to revisit it and see what you guys thought and see how the raids are today, just out of the sense of fun, really. Let me know what you guys used to do in the comments. Other than that, I'll catch you on the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.